Hello, everybody. Welcome back to All the Come Up with KG. And today I'm here with the ladies of FemmeDTX. Minus one. Christina and Nicole, and y'all can introduce yourselves.
Yes, I'm Nicole. I run FemmeDTX's Instagram.
And I'm Christina. I do a lot of like the.
Why are you whispering?
Am I whispering?
Yes.
I didn't know it was whispering, but I do a lot of like the writing that needs to be done, or like I don't know what to call it, documentation.
Administrative.
Thank you,
Exactly
administrative. Wow.
Administrative for the most part. I just PJ for the most part.
No, you don't. You're like
You
You're the planner. Like
organize.
yes,
The coordinator.
the coordinator.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so how should we start? Should we tell everyone how we met? Yeah, so
Yeah.
how we formed the group.
Yeah.
Trivia. Well, I met them two at trivia. And you guys have known each other way before that.
Yeah.
How did you guys meet? I don't even know that.
When I was born in Massachusetts, when I moved to Texas, we started going to this church called Firewheel. And that's where we met. So that was like a long time ago.
I did not know you were from Massachusetts.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
So when
yeah.
did you move to Dallas?
2012 or 2011? I don't even remember, honestly. But
Okay.
yeah, it's a long time ago.
Nice. And then I met Christina at trivia. I think they've already heard the story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we decided to form a group, FemmeDTX. We wanted to curate a space for a woman by a woman. So the main purpose is to have safe spaces for women where we can just enjoy ourselves. And then I'm a DJ. Our other resident DJ, obviously also a woman, so that we can just have more feminine forward events without really having to look over our shoulder and, just have some fun. So we are now, when did we start FemmeDTX? Let's get this right.
Let me not
February?
answer.
I think it was February.
February.
Yeah.
February we
Okay.
started. It is now July.
Jesus.
So it's been about 5 months. And we are working on our third event.
Yes.
So our first event, all girls event, was a small house party. Me and Ingu DJ, both resident DJs. It was very small, very intimate, very fun. What do you guys remember about just like
The vibe of it.
not the vibe, but the organizing aspect of it, considering that was our first event?
I feel like it wasn't as stressful because one, it was, in your apartment, but two, I feel like we didn't know what we were expecting, or at least I didn't. And so maybe I wasn't doing everything I should have been doing. So it wasn't as stressful on me. But yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it was pretty simple, especially because things like trivia, we already had like people we knew that we could invite, and there wasn't much planning. It was just like invite people we already had place, which was your place. We had the DJs, and then just getting drinks, cups.
We had a bartender.
We had a bartender, or fancy.
Yeah, we had like only 2 guys in the whole event. One was a bartender, one was a photographer.
Make 'em work.
Yeah, you guys were working. We should have put them in a little maid outfit.
That's what we'll do for the next one.
Maid outfit like you always do. But there was that event. I think on my end, it was kind of stressful just because I was hosting it at my place. So I was just thinking about the little nitpicky things that you think about when you're hosting something. Just like the logistics, trying to be mindful of my neighbors, all that type of stuff. But also I think that was a rude awakening for us because we realized how much planning does go into events, even if it's a small event. Because we're just kind of coasting. And then it happened and we're like, okay, it's here. And I think that kind of happened with the second event. So the second event was our close friends event. That was a co-ed one. And again, we're kind of just posting. We're like, okay, we already have the event space. We have the DJ. We already have the big things that we need. But when we got there,
Yeah.
Different story.
Yep.
we ran into a bunch of issues that we did not anticipate. What was it? Parking situation.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bathroom.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
And then what else was something?
Well, the address was kind of confusing.
Oh, that was the biggest.
Yeah.
It was hard for people to find because the address online was not the address that it was sending people to. So there was that. And then, so how did you guys feel about that event? Like, what do you think changed, or what mindset change did you guys have going from our first event that was more relaxed, casual, we didn't really run into any major issues, to having that event and then realizing like, dang.
I think for me, I really had to adopt more of like a business mindset, like how I would at work for the second event, because it was like obviously, yeah, like everyone coming is still like, you know, we know them or they're our friends or whatever. But it's like if we didn't lock in like how we locked in, like what are we gonna do? Like just be like, oh well, like, you know,
Yeah.
and like no, like we still wanna have a certain image and perception. So I feel like I had to lock in. I'm sure y'all locked in too, to really like get it together, or not get it together, but like figure out how we're gonna make it work, how we needed to. So
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it was just like, I just knew every obstacle was going to be like a learning lesson. Like, it's like, this is our second event. Obviously, we don't have much experience. And so, like, when, you know, we got there, we didn't see the venue beforehand. I was just like, okay, well, now we know. Let's go beforehand, make sure that it's going to work out for everybody. Like, so I just looked at it as like, these roadblocks are going to teach us something and we're going to get better over time.
Yeah, because ultimately the turnout was still good for both events.
Yeah.
So, you know, just learning lessons. And what have you guys learned in general about just working in a group on, I guess, a passion slash business project with your friends? Because I feel like it's just, you know, they always say don't mix personal with business and all that thing, but like, what do you guys feel like your experience has been?
I mean, in terms of like creative, like ventures and stuff like that, we've kind of done stuff together. So I feel like we've kind of had experience with that. But in terms of all of us together, it's been fine. Like, I feel like we haven't really run into like any major issues.
yeah. I think it's just because like we're all kind of on the same mindset of it. At least right now, you know, like we all kind of know what the goal is. We know what we want for the group. So it's like, why would we have issues, you know?
Right, right. But it's like communication though, because
Yeah.
you had to, you know, set everyone straight.
Yep.
And then after that, I feel like we kind of were able to learn how to communicate with each other effectively.
So, about that, at the very beginning, whenever we first started, like I said, we didn't really know what we were doing. We all just kind of jumped into it. And then on top of that, we all have lives. Like, we all work full time, or we all work full time. And then we just had a bunch of other things going on. I know I was DJing at the time. So it was just difficult for all of us to get on the same page as far as communication, especially because, again, we just kind of felt like we were coasting and it didn't really need our attention as much. It was kind of just going to come together. But then we quickly realized, even if it's a very small event, we do need to all be on one accord so that we can all like, you know what's going on and just be on the same page, really, ultimately. Then that's really what being in a group is about. So I feel like we learned that lesson really early on, but our communication styles in general, just amongst us, is very good. Like, there's no one in the group who, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, everyone just accepts everyone's opinions or inputs. Like, we're all just kind of go with the flow. There's no really major issue.
Nobody's like super hostile
no
or
one's really like,
my way or the highway.
no, this is how I want it done. But everyone just kind of listens to each other and, we just work together. So the first event was called, both events were called Close Friends.
Yeah.
Oh, were they? Oh
it
yeah,
was Close
yeah,
Friends
and then close friends, the mixer, yeah.
So which event was you guys' favorite? I already know the answer.
We already know the mixer.
Yeah, the mixer.
Yeah,
Definitely mixer.
yeah.
Okay, so the mixer is our favorite, but I do want to bring up a point. The first intention of the group was to curate events for women by women. So the first event was all women. The second event was co-ed. Although we enjoyed the co-ed event more, how do you think that we still are able to hold on to our mission statement of being a group that is focused on being feminine forward and focusing solely on women when we do also enjoy having co-ed events?
I think us kind of navigating the men that we allow into the spaces helps with it, because we don't just let any dude like like you kind of have to be screened by us. I'm sorry. Because like we our mission statement is to create a space for women, and the reality of it is that there are some men that make it kind of hard, so I think us kind of knowing who is going to be there, especially when it comes to men, kind of helps build on keeping that environment how we want it to. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, even like in the group chat, we'll send like, yo, who is this? Like,
Yeah.
but I mean, I guess it's only because our events have been kind of small. So I guess in the future, that might be an issue that,
Yeah.
You know?
That one, yeah. But I will say, like, for the last 2 events, it was close friends.
Right.
Like, like regardless, not anyone's gonna go, you know?
that was the whole point. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was, yeah, so the whole point of us, well, one of the major points of us keeping things smaller and intimate is so that we can kind of gauge the people.
The flags, like,
They're telling us we smell good. We smell good, like us.
okay.
Yeah. But we try to gauge the people, especially the guys who come to the events. That's why we keep them kind of smaller, intimate, invite only. But as we grow in scale, it will be a little bit more difficult to do that. So I guess the question would be, how do we maintain our mission while also expanding and allowing men in?
I mean, I think that's going to go into the planning process because, like, depending on what the event is, because if it ends up being an event where it's like it is bigger and more, we're expecting more people, I don't exactly know what steps we're going to take, but obviously in the planning process, we're going to have to be like, okay, how do we navigate, the men? But I think at some points it's going to be like impossible. Like,
Yeah.
I think, that we're going to just have to let the men in, but I don't know, honestly.
The only thing I can think of is if we're doing an event and it's like the girls invite the guys they want. So it's like maybe
only
we
invite
can't, yeah, so we can't maybe look at the men, but the girls that know the men that they don't like, they're not gonna invite them, So
I was also thinking though, regardless of who's actually there in attendance, the mission statement still stands because it still is women curating the event, throwing the event, women DJs, women music, feminine forward, very like feminine vibe in general, which honestly a lot of guys are not even really that attracted
Yeah.
to, despite the fact that there's a lot of women there.
Right.
But like as far as the music and the atmosphere, like a very feminine thing, a lot of guys aren't really hip to that, which is why we decided to create this group because we weren't seeing that in Dallas. Like, yeah, there are a lot of groups, there are a lot of events, but they're not curated by women and they're not curated around women.
Right.
It's just women come because, I mean, what else are we going to do?
sit at home,
Yeah.
read a book, like.
Right. It's not too much music. Not that it's not music we want to hear, but like there are certain very feminine songs that we'd like to throw in our playlist. Victoria Monet, some Beyonce, some Destiny's Child, and you don't really see the guys playing that type of music.
Yeah.
So you have women DJs who are tuned to that type of sound and that type of music. We can kind of curate those vibes and then attract women who like that sound and then build the network out that way. And then, if there are guys who mess that vibe, hey,
Feel free.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
No, that's what you should expect.
Right.
And we're not going to change that,
Damn. I'm forgetting what I was gonna say. Okay, I think I remember. I will say that when it comes to like us, keeping the space feminine forward and having our co-ed events too, it is still a matter of like inclusivity for everyone.
Yeah.
And diversity for everyone too. So like, even though we'll always still have our female events, us being able to bring everybody in, no matter the background, like I think that still differentiates us between like other people too.
For sure.
So, what are some other groups that you guys think have ultimately inspired us or kind of motivated us to start something of our own?
We already know the main one.
Yeah.
The group.
The group.
The group. I mean, the group is how we met.
Yeah.
So it's like, it only
Yeah.
makes sense to give them credit.
They really deserve their flowers.
They do.
All of them.
They do.
All
They
of
do.
them.
They do.
Wow.
Good job, boy.
Familiar. I was in my familiar.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how we met. That's how I met.
That scared me. Why did A-line for me? Is it A-line or B-line?
Beeline.
Oh yeah, A-line is the skirt.
That movie did completely took me out. That was crazy.
Okay, no, actually, what's going on?
No, for real. What the heck?
I'm telling y'all, it's so hungry. We smell so good. We
Why
look
is
so good.
why is there attracted to nasty things, like things that stink?
No,
Like,
they can also be attracted to like sugar, like donut.
That's like that's fruit flies. That's the fruit flies. The
That is
big
a
ones
big
are for,
fly.
for dirty stuff. So
Okay, well, it's not
know who
us.
stinks,
Maybe
so.
it's the chair.
yeah. Sure. Anyway,
Whatever makes us feel better.
right.
You don't smell.
We
It's gonna be in the
don't.
video. The flies are just everywhere.
Like,
Oh my god.
Said, what's going on with it?
Oh my god.
okay. For real.
Oof. Okay.
I can't believe I'm talking for 16 minutes.
We're already like halfway through the list.
I know.
Honestly, past that. But
Okay. Yeah. So the group.
The group.
has definitely inspired us, and there's other groups that do things. So we talked about before how we appreciate the thought of people curating groups and events that don't surround drinking and partying
Yeah.
for adults, because like we're all out working at our 9 to 5s, corporate jobs. Sometimes we don't want to go out and drink, but you still have that youthful aspect in Dallas where you can like go play volleyball on the weekends with neighbors. You can do field days, adult field days, stuff like that. So we're talking about how like that's kind of a different experience. I know for me, I went to an HBCU when I first moved to Dallas. I was only going out and partying. So to find spaces that do these type of things,
I know.
to find groups that do these type of things has been good for me and good for my mental health. What about you guys? I know you guys are from Dallas. Has this always been a thing, or like?
No.
No, not at
We-
all.
Yeah, we talk about this all the time, but like literally within the last like 6 months to a year is when everything started popping up. But like back in our day, there was nothing, literally nothing. Like it was a struggle to find other people like that wanted to do other stuff that wasn't going out and drinking. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
The only thing there was Niger Bash and Igbo Day.
bruh.
And the way that was the talk of the town, like, oh my gosh, are you going to Igbo Day? Like,
Yeah, that's where all like the high schoolers would like debut. Like they would just be popped out,
Yeah.
just dancing on. Dude, it was just weird. It was,
yeah, that was
it was really weird.
It was
like-
very interesting.
but it's
time.
all we had. So
Yeah.
you know,
And mind you, like she said, high school, like
Yeah.
like craziness from that. So
yeah,
So yeah, I think honestly, yeah, it's the Nigerian community. But you guys know I'm only honorary. not really, but
Right.
y'all have adopted me.
of course. Of course.
you got to do your 23andMe. Like it's
Yeah.
probably there.
I mean,
Right.
But yeah, because even like now I don't, or before I haven't seen any other communities that are doing stuff in this capacity, like just field days, fun things,
Yes.
trivia, weekly trivia. Like I don't really know. If y'all know, let me know.
I think
for
the
real.
only one I've seen is the run clubs.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, those are getting
And that's
so
fairly
popular.
new too.
That
yeah,
is.
it's a
Fair new.
worldwide thing though. That's like a not worldwide, but like a nationwide thing.
It
They're
is.
doing that
Yeah.
in every state damn near
Yeah.
now.
But it seems like Dallas is all about the find your husband.
Yes.
Yes, literally.
Right? Like what the heck is going on?
Like, do y'all want to run or not?
Right.
Me, I'm not running.
They not running either.
They're not.
The
no,
girl,
they-
the
they
girly,
run.
they run.
They
But
be
a lot of the
running.
girlies be, they be showing out. They look good. Don't get me wrong.
They look good. They do look good. But they do be running though. Like,
Oh,
for
shit.
real, for real. I'm like, damn. Must be nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna get there.
Right.
Maybe.
Ease into it.
Not in 100-degree weather.
Wintertime though, I'm gonna show out. I'm gonna
Yes,
show
for
out.
sure. For sure.
I'm not honestly, but sounds good.
But yeah, like so okay, we started FemmeDTX, but we started it with the premise of initially because you were a DJ and Ingu was also a DJ.
Is
Is
we are.
Yeah, are.
Pregnant.
Is this present? I didn't say
You said
was.
were.
Oh shit.
Yeah. But okay.
Is are. Anyway, sorry. But how did you get into DJing? Like, what made you want to do it?
So back in August of 2023, that was last year, right? Well, no, it was before August. It was probably like May. I started the podcast of like March of last year. And then at this time I had like full production for the podcast. Well, somebody was doing a full production. So I had a lot of free time still. Even though I picked up a new hobby, I'm like, I still have too much time on my hands. And I always kind of wanted to experiment with DJing. So I picked it up as a hobby, and I thought I was going to be a living room, bedroom DJ, just putting mixes on SoundCloud or something, I don't know. And then one of my friends was throwing an event and asked me to open the event. And I was really hesitant at first, but eventually I agreed. And that was like my debut as a DJ. And after that, it kind of just like snowballed. Like,
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? I was there for your very first.
you were.
That's actually insane because
Yeah.
in my head,
It was August.
it was August, but like in my head, it wasn't like this was your first time. Like you were so natural up there. I'm like, oh yeah,
Wow.
she does this.
Wow,
Like,
thanks. No, I was
Damn.
nervous. I was up there with some very like well-known DJs too, who are well-known in Dallas and have been DJing for like over 10 years.
Damn. And now every time we go out, you get a new gig.
we get a new gig with
Every
That's how it
weekend.
happened. But I'm trying to take a break this month, you guys. Someone just hit me up today. I said no.
Damn.
I'm sorry, I don't want to be outside no more.
That's fair.
But yeah, that's how it started. And then now I still kind of consider myself a hobbyist though. It's not like I really want to career out of this thing. It's just kind of fun and I'm kind of good at it. Or I can be good at it, I guess, if I put enough practice into it. But, yeah,
That's fair.
that's my story. But you guys do stuff too.
Right.
yeah,
Singers, songwriters.
yeah.
Okay, real quick, do we want to talk about the band? Because I don't know. I don't know if I want to bring that up.
We can mention it.
Oh, wait, just let's not say the name.
Yeah, we won't say
Okay.
the name.
But yes, so yeah, we've been. I mean, low key, we've been doing like we've been singing for a while. Because back at Firewheel, the church.
No, literally.
we were in the. we were in
there
the
ain't no
worship
choir. The worship team.
Girl, we were. Oh my god.
No, we have story. That's another
I don't
podcast
I don't
thing.
even know how to describe our role in that worship team. We were like the comedic
We were
relief on that.
girl. We were the comedic relief, and we were the
we're the minstrel show.
yeah.
You guys were actually singing?
We were no.
Well-
Well, Nicole. They get Nicole parts. Me, on the other hand, I was in the back. They had my mic off.
Sometimes, usually, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we were the
Yeah.
diversity hires.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, so this church was not a black church.
No.
No.
Not at all. We were the yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I've always been singing. I've been like singing in church since I was a kid, and then throughout college, high school, always in choirs and music groups and all that type of stuff. And yeah, now I just trying to make music in my bedroom for the most part. But yeah, I've always loved the music, always loved like the arts and creative things. So I'm glad I get to be a part of this group.
No, so for me, I feel like my path was more like instrument based. So like I started like piano lessons at like 5, and then stopped that at like maybe 12 or 13. Then I played the flute from 11 to 18 or something like that, which I still play. But then I don't know, like I've always done stuff with music too. But when it comes to like songwriting and stuff like that, like I was looking through my notes the other day and like I started for real writing like 2018. So I guess I've been doing that for some time too, which is actually crazy. But yeah, like just like Nicole said, like now I just write my living room,
Right.
record.
Building up skills. Yep.
Yeah.
Have you thought about doing production, like music production?
Girl, that's what I'm trying to do now.
Nice.
Oh, girl, that stuff is hard.
It's
very hard.
We were talking about that the other day because you know, so, a lot of DJs end up going into production.
Yeah.
So producers end up going into DJ. And so she said she tried to mess with like the software, and she was like,
That's literally.
Yeah, we were talking about that.
Yeah.
it's like a tech disaster.
Literally.
No, it's hard because
the buttons on top. Yeah, it's a lot.
it's not easy. It's not easy.
Yeah, the DJ software already like when I opened up Serato, I said, nah. Hang up on you. Okay, so that's cool. And then you guys started a band together?
We did.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, so this was like back, like we were saying, when there was nothing going on in Dallas. So it was a struggle to like find people to like find members, I guess.
You should tell them the little story about how we try to find members.
Okay, I mean, well, we went to this open mic. We'd always go to this open mic. It was at the Green Elephant, right? That was
Green
Green
Elephant.
Elephant. And so we would just go, we'd watch like all the rappers and like drummers, guitarists and stuff up there. So then we were just like, oh my God, we made like a flyer. We're like, want to join our, like, it was crazy.
It's like lemonade.
No.
I mean, like it was actually giving that. And so like we found one rapper that we thought was really cool, so we gave him a flyer, whatever he wanted to join. And then we found like a guitarist and a drummer.
That is a Kate, you gotta have a song for that, bro.
Yeah,
that's whole
The whole band.
Huh?
Oh, my.
Oh no,
not the band.
No, see, some of those they not there anymore for reasons.
Yes, yeah.
But
We had some falling outs.
there was some falling outs. Yes.
Yeah. It was, I don't know.
Okay, so you guys probably don't want to go into detail about the falling out.
Yeah, probably not.
But
I mean, a different day.
I just do have a general question about that because I kind of had, I don't want to call it a falling out, but I told y'all when I first started the podcast, I had somebody doing production and we butt heads and ultimately that like severed our business relationship and kind of like tainted our friendship. Like we're still cordial, but like it's weird now. So how does that compare to like what we have going on in FemmeDTX? Because like with FemmeDTX, it feels so much more natural and like less clouded. Like that situation was very stressful and overwhelming for me in general, and it kind of made me not want to do the podcast anymore. So did you guys have similar sentiments with that whole thing going on? Like,
I mean, honestly, there was like alcohol involved, which was an
Girl, it
issue.
was more than alcohol.
Well, that was one of the bigger issues I feel.
I
Yeah,
think they
and it
were.
was
I
more
think
than
they were on other stuff too. Well, no, they were.
Okay. Well, that. But also, like, honestly, the person you're working with, were they a guy or a girl?
yeah, it was a guy.
See, honestly, I feel like that's a big part too, because I feel like it's hard to like, ego, and it's like, there's so many other complicated things that happen when it's different genders, I feel, because I was like, there were so many instances where I was so uncomfortable because like, men just be acting like men, you know? And then also the communication is just different with men and women, so I feel like.
That's what I mean. Like, because their ego just naturally being men, their ego just, I don't know, it's difficult to communicate, because that's definitely what, we could have saved our relationship had the communication been better. And I'll take up responsibility, probably looking back in retrospect on my end too. But yeah, like, it's just, I guess it's good to learn those things early on, but you really have to have discernment when it comes to doing stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'll add too. I think a big portion of it as well is alignment. Like, I know the people that we were in that band with were not on the same type of time we were on at all.
Sure.
So, and it just completely, oh my God, it just completely derailed our mission. And it's crazy too, because at that time, I think we had written one song with our band. It wasn't our band. It was us and the rapper. But like we were trying to write like an EP, and the other members were not. They didn't want to do that. And it's like, what do y'all want to do? Like it just. So, yeah.
Yeah, because I think it's okay, obviously, if your vision changes over time, you kind of want to go in a different direction, but like, it was all over the place from the beginning, and maybe we weren't clear about what we were looking for with them too, but I mean, a lot of lessons were learned, let me just say that.
Yeah, that's so interesting. Like, just, I don't know. Because I don't know, honestly, I can say that I don't know a lot of people. Well, now I do, but before I didn't know a lot of people who were in the creative space, and to the capacity, at least that we are. Like, it takes a lot of time and effort to do things like this outside of just going to work. Like, doing the podcast, I spent lots of hours editing the podcast. Filming the podcast. And I get nothing out of it. Like, I don't get paid. I get nothing but gray hair. I like to do it. Like, I genuinely like to do it.
Yes.
And, maybe something will come out of it in the future. And people enjoy it too. So that's good. But like, it's kind of sad to see that a lot of people, life just kind of consumes them. Like, they don't want to do anything outside of work.
I mean, that's the thing about creative things. Like, you have to want to do it, because you're not really, like, there's going to be a long period of time that you're not probably going to get anything out of it, but it's still fun. And it's like, so you need some type of outlet, so. Yeah.
Some type of fulfillment.
Right.
Working.
It ain't it. It's not it.
Just a slave all day.
This is America.
What's that Beyonce song? Break My Soul.
I love that song.
Period. She was awesome with that one. I think we're gonna start a revolution. I was like, everyone's gonna quit.
Oh my God. Well, we did, so it worked.
Yeah.
A lot of people be like, mm-mm.
A lot of people
For
have left their
real.
jobs.
No, for
A
real.
lot of people.
A
have left their
lot
job.
of
I
people.
almost did. I was.
Oof.
It's so close, man. I wasn't helping you either.
Yeah, she's like, girl, do it. Oh, no. Both of you.
Homeless. We can all be homeless.
Homeless?
Jump on the street.
Please.
We can live in that little green field.
Oh my God.
No, but hey, I don't even know what to say. I really don't. Just hopefully y'all subscribe.
You know?
Subscribe to podcast or something, you know?
We need to give a message, like if you're still watching, like, you
Oh
know.
yeah. Hey guys. Hey guys. If you're still watching at this point, you should subscribe.
You know?
Yeah. Or if you're listening on Spotify, follow.
Yeah.
Or I don't know. Do what you want.
Y'all ever be thinking about that? Like, if you really make it in whatever creative venture you have, that freedom, you would never be able to talk to me different. I'm so sorry. Like,
I mean, is it freedom? I feel like it's just another. It's still gonna be work.
Yes.
no, work,
That is 100%
absolutely,
true.
but it's more like work that's coming out of you.
That's true. It's
Instead
something
of
that you want to be doing,
exactly,
something that you wanna be
and that you've
putting
created, but instead of it being like, oh, my boss told me to write this letter for this company. Okay, like,
So, I need to send y'all this book. It changed my whole perspective on like work and passion and all that type of stuff. It's called So Good They Can't Ignore You. Y'all need to listen to it. Or read it. It's
That's a good
just
title.
changing my whole
Did you read The
perspective.
Psychology of Money?
I still have it. I haven't got
Girl,
to it
you
yet.
need to read it. I just finished a book last week called The Power of Unwavering Focus. It was by like a monk.
Oh
And he
wow.
was talking about how in his monasteries, his mentor was really like driving the point home of why it's so important to have focus and awareness and being able to shift your awareness in certain things. It was just like a whole deep dive about that stuff. And it was very interesting because I learned some practical things about like focus and awareness. Because it's like one thing that he said in the book that really stuck with me is people will always tell you, whether it's work, school, whatever, it's like you need to focus. But no one tells you how to focus.
Right.
How do you focus?
It's a skill. You gotta learn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was just like, that whole book was just teaching you how to focus and how to shift your awareness to certain things and how to have control over that type of thing. And it was a good read.
I would read that.
Yeah.
I need that. Shoot.
I don't know what else to talk about.
Let's look at the notes again.
I think we already hit everything.
Yeah, we hit
Did we?
everything.
So what?
Future events.
Yeah, what
Oh,
events are you guys looking forward to? Well, we don't want to.
We don't want to give anything away,
Right. Yeah.
So
but we'll say that we are looking forward to our future events.
Right.
not proposing. Let's not say.
Yeah, let's. I mean, we can talk about if we're looking forward to like any like ideas or concepts for like future events, you know, without saying anything that we've already
Yeah,
planned.
oh yeah, we should establish too. I know last time we mentioned that we aren't necessarily a party promoting group, that we're just more like an event throwing group. So we don't want to just throw parties and gatherings and stuff like that. We want to do like,
Something that has a purpose.
yeah, we want to do like, just kind of say this, like give ideas.
Yeah.
We want to do like workout sessions and what other things do we have? We want to do creative workshops, like DJ workshops.
Showcase.
Showcasing
Yeah.
for other creatives. We want to do what was that? I don't know the name for it. What we was talking about, we wanted to have different businesses like
Oh, like a block party type of thing, or
no, not the well, that was like a concept, but it was like a I don't know what the word is.
I don't even.
like a
A
business
networking
showcasing,
event,
networking.
I
Yeah.
guess. Yeah, a networking event. We want to do collaborations with some other groups, up and coming groups. So we have some fun things coming. We have a pool party. What's today's date?
The third.
It's in 8 days.
Oh, is it 8 days?
Wait.
10.
Oh, is it 10?
13th.
10 days.
Pool party. That's invite only. I don't know if this episode will be out by then, but let's hope so. Or before that, so you guys know. And look out for your invites. What else, guys?
We have other stuff, but we don't want to give it away.
Yeah, that's something.
Oh, I have a question.
What?
So like FemmeDTX at its peak, what do y'all see that looking like?
This fight wants to fight.
Like I'm about to just kill.
I don't know.
because
Him
become a pro.
and his brother and sister. I don't know what they want.
bro.
That's him and his girlfriend, bro.
There's 3.
Him and his girlfriend.
They're third.
He said, I'm sleeping.
Their kid.
Wrap it up.
Yeah, next time
For real though.
but then I have to wash my hands. I have to.
Well, if you're a professional, you just
That's
throw it out.
crazy.
You eat it.
You need this crazy.
Hungry?
God.
Well, that TikTok I showed you guys.
Which one?
She was like, when he says it, would you still fuck with me if I became a
Ew, that's disgusting. She really sound anyway.
I'm so sorry. That is so weird. I can't believe that it's still up.
That's traumatizing.
Anyway, FemmeDTX at its peak. I don't know, to be honest.
I don't know. And maybe it's best we don't know.
Yeah, I guess you can't predict it. We kind
Yeah.
of see.
Yeah, I
Where it
think it's good that we just make small, obtainable goals. Small, obtainable goals, and then we continue to hit those, and then I think eventually we'll have a bigger idea of where we want to go. But I think eventually I see us maybe going, like, traveling.
I would love that.
Oh my God. Y'all. If
She's gonna start letting Mr. Crack.
Wait.
If we can sell tickets.
No, because the thing is,
I'm gonna charge everybody.
because the thing is, if we are at the point where we are traveling, you know full freaking well, you don't work your 9 to 5 anymore.
Well, it depends.
Be real.
When I'm thinking traveling, I'm thinking we just organize a group, like
Yeah, I
event
think
type travel,
that.
not like
Yeah.
just all over the world.
Right. We'll be in Dubai eventually, but I'm thinking on a smaller scale, you know?
Okay,
Right.
okay.
But hey, maybe I would love if FemmeDTX took over and I could just make money.
Well,
off of that.
because you know, like how they're doing like Colors is going to like Atlanta and
Yeah.
all those places.
Yeah.
Like
But that's a broad assumption to say they don't still work every day. We don't know that.
that's true. I
we don't
don't.
know that.
And they
So-
are a party group, so it's
Yeah.
like you
That
can have
is
a party
true.
anywhere.
Yeah, we
Like,
literally have a party anywhere.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
what about you guys? What do you guys see? Well, you said you didn't know.
I also
Yeah,
don't
that's
know.
why I asked it because I didn't want to have to answer it.
Yeah.
That's real. I don't know. I don't want to make him feel about
What?
Marcus?
How much time? Oh shit, bro.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
well, I have like a comment, but it's very much off topic. But I mean, I'll just comment.
Vibe.
Okay. So I feel like all these like obviously.
I'm so sorry.
See, the thing is, I'm so scared to guess because I feel like it's gonna.
Oh my god.
You know that one book, the one with the grandma that ate a fly?
Oh,
Then the
yeah.
fly, she ate the frog to eat the fly. And she ate a cat to eat the frog to eat the fly.
Maybe she had something wrong with it. But anyway. But I feel like, because you know we've been outside and like it's always an event every weekend. Like I feel like my social skills have grown so much.
I feel like mine dissipated.
Oh really? Oh damn.
I feel so bad. Like I feel so awkward in public.
Really? I be having my awkward moments, but I feel like just generally, maybe because I've been interviewing so much too. But in the interviews, I feel like I can talk now, and I could not do that before. I could just talk like a normal person instead of being like all in my head. Like,
See, I feel like I think it's the DJing thing though, because I don't think people understand that DJing is so overstimulating and it kills my social battery. So it's
I
like
can
by
see
the
that.
time I'm done, I'm like, and I feel like the last few times, well, yeah, like the last 2 months that I've been outside, almost every single event was an event that I was DJing.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, no, that's
Yep.
true. Okay.
Yep.
So I don't know. Hopefully I get them back though. I like smaller events though. I like when people throw like kickbacks and
Yes.
and stuff.
Yes.
Those are my favorite. How come nobody has thrown one of those since summer started?
No,
Maybe we need
literally.
to be doing that.
I feel like that's a winter fall event. Though.
It is because it's like, why would you be inside and
Well,
you're
but,
outside?
like kickback, like I feel like kickbacks, you could just be outside, someone's cooking,
That's true,
smoking
that's
and
true,
stuff like
But
that.
you know,
like,
it's also Texas. It's hot.
yeah, it's too hot. It is too hot. For
So we
that.
have to be inside.
Yeah.
Or if somebody has a freaking house, like,
That's the
dang.
thing. Nobody got a house because you need space to have. Yeah. Okay. Well,
I miss the kickback era.
me too.
The era is crazy.
Game night era.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, me too.
Game night.
I would throw
word.
one if my place was bigger. Like, it's just my place is puny.
Well, smaller one.
Yeah.
I guess.
How many? 5 people?
Hey.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
No, we need new
Oh
faces.
my God. Yes,
I
we
feel
do.
I'm easier to open up that way.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
I was gonna add a comment to what Nicole said. It's also very random. I feel like my voice has dropped 2 octaves lower now that we've been going out so often.
Because you've been yelling?
Yes, I feel like
You've been yelling.
girl, it's loud. It's loud. You know, I think I have to master the art of mouthing words.
I know. You know, my thing is I get frustrated. So they'll say something and I'm like, what? And they'll say it again. I'm like, and I'm like, come here, bro. I can't hear you.
Yeah.
But that's one thing about when guys try to talk to you when you're out. That's so annoying. Like,
And then you gotta be smelling their alcohol breath.
Oh,
it's like I can't hear you. Like it's
For
not
real.
the time to get to know each other. I remember one time I was out at like I don't even know. You were with me. We were like at a lounge or a bar or something, and this guy was trying to put me on music. I'm like,
I know.
they just
Talk
be
about-
experimenting.
bro, don't say it.
That's always
He's gonna know. Well, he might not ever watch this, but he's gonna know.
How would he know?
Because we were together, and he knows he looks like.
He doesn't look like the freaking. He's trying to look like a little.
He's gonna know, bro. If we clip this and put it, he would know exactly that.
That's crazy if you knew that, because that's so egotistical. You think that we're talking about you and I.
gossiping now.
I'll call him BF. BF, you know BF.
that boy.
Fair enough.
Hookah boy.
See, Booga boy, and then okay,
Well,
fine.
everyone has a nickname. We know we give everyone a nickname. So
Yeah. Yeah.
I think people be giving us nicknames.
I
Probably.
pray to God. No. Remember, who's the one that gave?
oh, but what was it? Oh, cheesecake. Okay.
What are we talking about? That was
Crazy. That was a weird night. That felt like a fever dream.
No, that should never happen.
Yeah. Yeah, that was,
I'm
yeah.
traumatized from that.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
That's why.
Yeah. It was a devil's night.
Exactly. And you see what happened?
Devil's
The devil's yeah.
Yeah.
What came
But
out of
I'm
it?
glad I got to try that cheesecake, honestly, because that was one of kind. I've never seen anything like that, and it was like I think about it still to this day.
Oh my God.
I don't know.
I
it was
saw
some
the
fancy
restaurant. I forget what it's called. I think it's Ida Claire.
Oh, okay.
I think it's Ida Claire.
Never been.
Maybe. But I've seen it. I've seen it at a restaurant.
That was a good kickback in general. But like the things
That was a good day.
manifested after.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
With the day. It was,
yeah, that
Yes,
day
it was.
good.
That was a
Yeah.
really good day.
We were so excited the day before. We were like, oh my God. Like when Keaton texted us, we were like, I wanted 420 plans so bad. No, for real. Like,
Oh my gosh. No, that day was actually crazy because I know I had no control of my mind. No control.
yeah, that was a lot. It was
That
really
funny.
intense.
That was funny. We were
Yeah.
playing games. I don't know why we're trying to play games like that anyway.
Y'all was fine, but me, I couldn't play in one single game.
Oh, yeah. You were getting lost.
Lost
You
in
were
the
lost
sauce.
Yeah.
And they was clowning me. You need to have a podcast that's just for tea, and we give everybody nicknames.
Anonymous. Yeah.
That'd be so good,
We can do that right now.
girl.
Tea time segment.
Ooh, like a secret episode. That's why you need a Patreon.
Yeah, I was about to say I need a Patreon. That's fine. Who we gonna talk about?
That's why I literally landed on my nose. Okay, I'm over it.
I don't want to talk about anybody.
Not maybe next time.
Yeah.
Next time.
We'll have it right. We'll have notes.
We'll have
And then
notes.
Notes is
come
crazy
prepared.
for tea.
Oh
my God.
Oh wow.
Well, I mean, I feel like we said everything.
Yeah.
important things.
Yeah. We went through everything.
So what do we want to conclude with? How do we want to conclude? Overall, like an overall, like
Okay.
But yeah, all the creatives, especially women, you guys should tap in with us. We would love to collaborate with other groups, other DJs, other artists, entrepreneurs. Follow our Instagram page. Look out for future events. And yeah, anything else?
no, nothing for me. Follow our page at FemmeDTX.
Yep. We up.
FemmeDTX.
Yes.
The one and only.
But all right, thank you guys. See you next time on the Come Up with KG.